Do you remember, are we recording?
I am, but...
Do you remember 3 days ago when you're like, we don't even have that much to talk about this week?
That was last week. There was lots of things we could have talked about this week.
You're like, we don't even have anything possibly to discuss.
I do remember saying something like that.
It feels like it's your fault that the Muppets are getting evicted.
They're not getting evicted. They're getting... What's it called when you're forced out of your home, but you're given a new home?
Eminent domain?
Yeah, it's like eminent domain.
Yeah.
This week on the Big Thunder Podcast, bittersweet news out of Hollywood studios. Things are moving right along, but does this latest development lack vision?
All that and much, much more. Buckle up.
Here's your hosts, Bo and Abby.
If you're new to the Roundup, this is where we take a look at the biggest news out of Disney and Universal. It's less breaking news and more, hey, did you hear about this? So, hey, did you hear about the Muppets in Hollywood studios?
In fact, I did. During the credits of Wicked.
Yes.
The breaking news right out of, as I'm already in an emotionally distraught state.
Spoiler alert for our review of Wicked that'll come up later.
That the Muppets Courtyard is being transformed.
Yeah, it's good news and bad news. Let's start with Muppets Courtyard.
Is it good news? Is it?
Yeah, it's good news. We've been saying for how long we wanted Rock and Roller Coaster to become Muppets themed.
But we also said save Muppet Courtyard.
That's why it's good news and bad news.
No, I disagree.
Okay, so Muppets Courtyard will be closing Hollywood studios so they can begin work on the new Monsters, Inc. land that will be taking that space. We had kind of assumed that's where it was going to go. The new Monsters, Inc. land will have at least one new ride, the Door Coaster. It's going to be a suspended roller coaster.
Mm-hmm. One restaurant.
Disney announced that there will
Pizza Rizzo.
Disney announced that there will be a new theater show as well as dining and shopping in Monsters, Inc. land.
That's it. We have to book a trip and get a picture of Lily eating one last puffy pizza. Because when we went when she was a baby, it was Pizza Planet, which was better. And that was her first pizza. Her little gummy, no teeth, eating pizza.
Mm-hmm. According to Disney, they are having creative conversations and exploring ways to preserve MuppetVision 3D and other parts of the experience for fans to enjoy in the future. So does that mean like it's coming to Disney Plus? What I would hope is that they would let their little villains show have a run and then put MuppetVision where the villains show is.
And like that whole area is Muppet Courtyard?
That's, if it were me, that's what I would do. They haven't said that.
They better do that.
That's just they're doing something with MuppetVision.
But why? Okay, answer me this. Monsters, Inc. land feels like it could be huge. And like looking at Galaxy's Edge, looking at Toy Story Land, why not use Animation Courtyard where there's nothing but opportunity, empty buildings and giant spaces and not the Muppets.
Yeah.
But they pick Muppet Courtyard where it's basically just like, you know, it's so much less now because Star Wars had to take away New York. I feel like they've really limited themselves in square feet by going into the Muppet Courtyard area and not Animation Courtyard.
Sure.
And I rest my case.
I agree. I think Animation Courtyard would have been a better place for it. So that's a bummer, but let's talk about where the Muppets are moving to, and that is the Muppets will be the star of the show on the Rock and Roller Coaster, teaming up with some of music's biggest stars for a rockin' musical festival.
Oh, it's not just the Muppets?
Yeah, so maybe Taylor Swift is going to be in it with them.
Disney?
Maybe Powerline is going to be in there with them.
It would make sense to keep it, yeah. Taylor Swift, I mean, her and Disney are partners.
Yeah, and, you know, the Muppets are always teaming up with musical guests, so it's the Muppets and you know, maybe Aerosmith is sticking around
as like a cameo.
Yeah, this is the first Disney ride to feature the Muppets, and there is said to be laughter, screams, and new tunes for this attraction for fans to enjoy throughout the adventure. Additionally, Disney teased that there will be plenty of Muppets-themed merch on Sunset Boulevard, which we have always said, more Muppets.
More Muppets. Insert
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I think you should talk about it. It's your...
No, the Etsy shop is your baby. I just designed the shirts. You're the one who got it up and running.
Okay, so... Big Thunder Podcast now has merch. Everything our 4 listeners have always wished for. There's an Etsy shop, and it's called Big Thunder Podcast, and Bo designed shirts. They're so cute. There's a couple designs right now, heavily focused on the Muppets. The
Muppets, they're our best sellers right now.
Yeah, we sold one
before
even
the news broke out.
It was the best.
It felt very validating.
This was the shirt that sold. Insert it here. But for the audio listeners, it's Save Muppet Courtyard, and it's Kermit holding a picket.
Kermit's arms.
Kermit's hands holding a picket sign.
Yeah.
And it's adorable. And then there's one that says More Muppets. Josh DeMario. DeMauro. I can never say it right, so sorry, Josh. Who is head of Disney parks.
There's also the Cinderella shirt.
Yep, have courage and be kind. And there's stickers and coffee cups and things. So
yeah, we've got our rebellions are built on hope.
Yep, and then some Disney park shirts. And I'm sure as Bo creates and not consumes, more will come. But what a perfect time to announce it!
I know,
because the Muppets, the news came faster than we wanted and hoped, and also it's Black Friday week.
Yeah, this is the perfect opportunity to buy someone a cool shirt for an obscure podcast.
Yeah.
Currently, there are no dates yet for the closure of either MuppetVision or Rock and Roller Coaster.
They're saying early 2025, though.
Yeah, but that's not like a date.
I know, but here's where it's going to get tricky. They're closing Muppets. They're closing Rock and Roller Coaster. They're closing Dino Land. They're closing
Big Thunder
Mountain, and the Liberty Bell.
Yeah,
like they're closing a lot, and so wait times for other things are gonna get a little tricky. Hopefully, the speed in which they open,
especially because they're expecting record crowds on the once Epic Universe opens.
Yeah, and you'd hate to have that experience where people go to Epic and then they're like, let's go check out Disney, and then they go to Hollywood Studios and it's like, oh, we can't go here and we can't go here, and chances are Slinky or Rise or Tower will be down. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I just keep it real. So hopefully they move quickly and things aren't down for too long.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Epic Universe, one of the things I'm most looking forward to at Epic Universe is How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, agreed.
And How to Train Your Dragon has a new live-action movie coming out soon. We got our first look at the live-action How to Train Your Dragon film. We got a teaser for it. You saw it, sort of. You were at the theater on your phone, and then you looked up halfway through the teaser, and you saw there was Toothless and Hiccup. What are your initial thoughts?
Love it. I love How to Train Your Dragon, and Toothless looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
They took literally Toothless and put him in a live-action movie.
That's what makes me a little nervous about the film, because it's still relatively new in my eyes. I know it was I think 2014 when it came out.
It's only 10 years. I feel like it was 2009.
2010.
Okay. I win.
Okay. Yeah, 2010 is still relatively new to be getting a remake. Of course, Disney's remaking Moana live action, which was 2016. So,
do you count it as a remake, or do you just count it as a live action?
It's a remake. What? That doesn't make any sense. What do you mean?
Like Snow White and what they do with Snow White, I consider those remakes.
Okay.
But it's still the same story. It's just a live action version of it. Yeah,
it's a live action adaptation. You're remaking it with people and CGI dragons.
I mean, tomato, but okay.
Okay. So yeah, the reason I'm nervous about it, especially seeing that teaser, is because it looks so much like the animated one. To me, it's why are we doing this?
Oh.
Because it's still a new movie, relatively new.
Okay.
And it's picture perfect adaptation.
Okay.
Even with a lot of the Disney stuff that they're redoing, their remakes, there are enough changes in it to where it's like you could, I don't know if justify is the right word, but like it's different. But like with this, our first teaser of the How to Train Your Dragon one, it just looks so much exactly the same. It feels like we didn't need this. It's like they're going for the people, because there are people who are like, I'm not going to watch an animated movie, but I'll watch a live action movie with animated dragons.
Okay.
Like it'd be like it's only for them.
Well, depending on, I mean, there's been Game of Thrones. There's been a lot of things about dragons in the last like 5-10 years.
Yeah.
And you know, maybe they're trying to cash in on that, or they knew they were building this land, so they wanted to like reintroduce it again, or the millennials got in charge and they're like, my favorite movie was this, and I want to remake it.
I would want a new movie set in that universe that's animated.
Maybe they were just afraid of changing Toothless. Like, maybe it will be different.
He looks exactly the same.
I know, but he's perfect. So maybe they just were like, I don't want to have Sonic all over again, so we're just going to keep Toothless exactly Toothless.
That's fair. Now, that being said, since the teaser didn't get me too hyped, they did put out this sort of like 2.5 minute long behind the scenes.
What do you mean it didn't get you too hyped?
I just explained why it didn't get me too hyped. I also think the actor playing Hiccup's too old, but that's neither here nor there. He's a grown man. He's a grown man. Okay. Anyways,
roll the tape.
They put out this 2.5 minute behind the scenes video with the director of the film.
Okay, so this is a behind the scenes. This is not. Okay.
Okay.
I decided to revisit How to Train Your Dragon because
it's not a grown man.
It felt like an amazing opportunity to not only direct a live action movie,
God, his sweater,
but to be jumping back into a world that I frankly miss.
Here we go. Finish the script. First draft.
I miss these characters. I miss this world, and I love movies that have a really poignant message buried deep within a moving spectacle, adventure, wonder. And that's what this movie really packs.
It's okay. I won't hurt you.
It's about a regular kid who gets to bond with a powerful animal. And there is something that's universally wish-fulfilling about that.
Maybe he's like 19.
But at its core, this is really a story about finding your voice and being brave enough to follow your own convictions in a world that wants you to become like everyone else.
Dad, I can't kill dragons.
Marching to the beat of your own drum has been such an important lesson for me in my life that I love to carry that forward.
I suppose it's just one question, really, is would you like to play Hiccup in the movie?
There's no way. There's no way. Are you serious? Thank you. Oh my, I can't. This is the best moment of my life.
Would you like to play Astrid in How to Train Your Dragon?
Oh, of course.
When it comes to Nico and Mason, these two just sort of came alive in the room, and suddenly I felt that they both embodied the core character of Hiccup and Astrid live in a way that nobody else could. Gerard Butler is stoic. He is the co-creator of the role. To watch him step right out of the animated movie, and here he is in front of you, stoic the vast, it's such a treat to watch. My hope is that those who had seen and loved the How to Train Your Dragon films will be keen to see what we've done, because it comes from a place of love, and it comes from a place of respect. This whole thing is just one big giant adventure, and I wake up every day feeling so thankful that I get to do it.
Welcome to Barrack.
I'm so excited. I have tears. Are you seriously not excited?
No, I am now. I told you this video made me more excited than the teaser.
Oh my God, I did not know that Gerard Butler was going to be...
I think we've talked about it on this show.
Okay, but seeing it was like different. I'm pumped.
Okay, well, good.
Also, he looked very young when he was cast.
Yeah, when they cast him,
he Percy Jackson'd himself. He hit puberty real hard, and he walked up to set, and they were like, "Oh, okay, sir." I'm very excited, and the music for these films is like, it's even. I think that's even better than like Harry Potter.
The score,
yeah, and Harry Potter is some of the best scores from the last 20 years. I'm trying to think, like, truly. Yeah, I'm very excited.
Yeah, I would say after watching that video, I am more excited for it than I was after seeing the teaser.
I'm so excited to go to the land.
Also, that teaser I feel like they had to put out because it kept getting leaked. Because the
teaser did?
Yeah, it was just some. I think it was. I don't know if it was like an internal promotional thing or if maybe they had it at a convention or whatever. But like it kept getting low res versions, kept getting leaked to the internet. So then they finally had to like put out their own high quality version of it.
You genuine? I really want to buy you that sweater. It was like such a.
That looks so hot.
Well, when you're in
Wherever they're
the
filming
Nordic
it,
Dragonlands.
Yeah. In Burke, you need. She's for the audio listeners. She's referring to the sweater that Dean DeBlois was wearing in the behind the scenes video when he was talking about the film. How to Train Your Dragon live action will be released on June 13th in 2025. But if the people want to check out Muppets Courtyard, the rock and roller coaster starring Aerosmith, or any other magical Disney or Universal experience, they should contact
Minnie Vacay on Facebook, Instagram, or at our website, minnievacay.com. Here on Big Thunder Podcast, we like to keep things as real and authentic as possible. And one hard truth is that for as amazing and magical as a trip to Disney or Universal can be, planning one can be a little intimidating and sometimes even frustrating. What are the best parks for my family? What are the best places to stay for my budget? Do I really need to wake up at 4 a.m. 2 months before my trip to book dinner reservations? It can definitely be a lot. But that's where Minnie Vacay can help you. We are certified Disney and Universal travel planners who specialize in taking the hard stuff off of your plate. We love waking up at 4 a.m. for Disney stuff. And not only are our services completely free to you, but when you book a vacation package with us, we'll send you a $25 gift card. Minnie Vacay is a part of Gateway to Magic Travel, an authorized Disney vacation planner and Disney earmarked agency. Check us out on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram to get the ball rolling on your next magical adventure, or you can also see all of our information at minnievacay.com.
Did you hear you can now buy the new Lightning Lane Premier Pass if you're staying at any Disney resort and not just the deluxes?
I did hear this, but this week has been kind of tragic, and I haven't looked into it entirely. Is it the same price point for all resorts now?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. I was hoping that maybe the deluxe was gonna
Well, it should be free with your deluxe pass.
I know, and they might get there. They just wanted to, see.
Sure.
They better get there.
Do you want a real quick rundown what a Lightning Lane Premier Pass is?
Sure. For one set cost per guest per day, it's $400 basically. It's $400 per person per day. You get to have a pass that allows you to use the Lightning Lane entrances at attractions or rides that have Lightning Lane entrances without reserving a special time to check back in and go. Mm-hmm. And so you basically just get to join the Lightning Lane queue whenever you want. How it normally works right now is if you purchase the Lightning Lane that's not the Premier Pass, you purchase it, you download the My Disney Experience app. Hopefully you've done that well before this point. But in the My Disney Experience app, you'll see your day. And let's say you want to ride Pirates of the Caribbean. You go to the ride, you select it for your Lightning Lane, but then it has a certain time of day that you can check in. It's usually an hour. And then you basically have to find other things to do, or you map out your day based on the times. Whereas for spending more, you basically just go and join the line when you want.
Yeah.
Which I would really like to experience. I hate being on my phone all the time.
Yeah.
That's something I've mentioned before, and I will mention it till the end of time. Disney is too magical and has too many hidden Easter eggs and things to see and appreciate.
There's too much that goes into the world of being there.
Down
be down on your phone the whole time.
Down to when you leave Adventureland and head into Fantasyland, that the sidewalk changes, or you see Philippe's. Philippe is the horse from Beauty and the Beast. You see his horseshoe prints in the sidewalk. Yeah. The lanterns change. There's just so much.
The smells change.
The smell, everything. There's so much detail. And so to spend that time walking in 1,000 people who are also not paying attention on their phones, I think it's just added a lot of unnecessary frustration.
Yeah. So there are definitely perks.
But if you contact Minnie Vacay, we can help you with the best tips and tricks to make it magical. Thanks for watching. If you're like us and you love Disney and Universal, make sure to check out the Big Thunder podcast, the wildest podcast in the wilderness.
If there's new episodes every week, and we're always playing fun but ultimately stupid games.
We'll see you next time.
And enjoy the ride.